It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Over the last few weeks, we've had the privilege of partnering with the Old Mutual team to discuss and unpack the importance of illness insurance. Now, having this type of cover can help you survive financially should you ever suffer from a severe illness like cancer or a heart attack. We hate to think about it, even less to talk about it, but we have to. And today we are joined by Priya Naika from Old Mutual, and she is here to answer all of your questions this morning. Priya, very good morning. Great to connect with you again. How are you?
Good morning, and thank you for having me once again. Well, thank you.
I know we always joke about this being quite like a doom and gloom subject, but it's something that you generally only think about once it's necessary, which is the wrong way round. We have to be preemptive. And I love the fact that our viewers are asking all the right questions. So Priya, we put it out to our amazing viewers if they had any questions around illness insurance, and they've got some great ones. So I'm going to pose a couple to you, and hopefully you can fill us in. So the first one came from Kirsten, who wrote in and asked, what all does illness insurance cover? So where do we begin and end?
So that's a great question. Severe illness can actually attack many parts of the body. In fact, there are many body systems that can succumb to a severe illness. So typically we see that the cardiovascular system can be attacked, which is the heart and the associated parts of the cardiovascular system. There's also the sensory system, so your eyes, your hearing, and all of the different senses, including your central nervous system. And of course, there are the things that we know of, the things like cancer and stroke. And so having comprehensive severe illness cover in place means that you can cover your entire body and all of those bodily systems that are covered. But as we spoke about previously, Graham, because a number of the claims, in fact, the vast majority, actually come from what we call the big four, which is cancer, heart attack, stroke, and bypass, you have the option of having core cover as well, which covers you just for those big events. Okay. If affordability is a problem and you'd like to cover the main elements.
I love that. So you can approach it from both sides. Nicola asked a very pertinent question, something that I've certainly thought about. If I already have an existing severe illness, can I still apply?
You most certainly can. So depending on your individual profile, you may not be covered to the maximum amount that you can have. And so you can apply. If you've got existing cover, you can apply for additional amounts, or you could apply for more comprehensive cover if you currently have a core type of cover in place. So absolutely, you can still apply.
That's the human way to approach it. I love that. Robin asked this. She's asking, and I'm sure it applies to her own situation, can a parent take out illness insurance for their child who is 19 years old and at university?
Yes, they can. And I think it's a really prudent way of thinking about how we secure our children as well, because an illness on a child, especially an adult child who is still a dependent, can leave the family severely out of pocket. Yeah. So in fact, a parent can take out cover where they are the premium payer and the child or adult child is the life insured. In fact, you can start as early with your children as 15 years old. So as long as they're 14 years old or turning 15 at the next birthday, they can take out cover.
I love that. And then one final question coming through from Janine, who asked, if I have medical aid, do I still need illness insurance?
It's important to know what medical aid covers. And medical aid typically, depending on your plan, should cover some of the diagnostic testing and then mainly is there to cover the treatment. So medical aid and gap cover covers the direct costs related to the treatment of an illness, or in this case, a severe illness. There are a number of things that a medical aid does not cover and that you either need to have savings for, or you'd need to borrow money, or alternatively, the better option is if you had severe illness cover, that money would be available to you. And we've talked about this before, but I'll remind the viewers that it's things like needing to scale down. If you're a business owner or if you've exhausted your sick leave and you need to take extra time, a medical aid's not going to cover that, and you'd need to account for that on your own. If you need a caregiver for yourself or for your kids, to take over some of the things you might have done, the school runs and extracurricular activities, taking them back and forth. You might need to pay for that. In fact, you might even need to ask your spouse to take time off work to support you emotionally and so on. And none of those things would be covered. So it's really prudent to spend a little bit of money taking out cover and knowing that you have all of the options available to you should illness strike.
Priya, thank you so much. I know it is very difficult to think about, but it's something that we all, certainly as parents, need to think about and plan for the future. Priya, we always glean so much from you, so thank you so much for all of your efforts and the work that your team is putting in as well. Really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham.
There you have it. Plan ahead and protect yourself and your family from unexpected costs in the event of a severe illness. To find out more about Old Mutual's illness insurance, you can speak to your financial advisor, and if you don't have an advisor, just call them 0860 60 60 60, or you can visit any of the Old Mutual branches. Alternatively, just go online and visit oldmutual.co.za/illness for more information, and I really suggest you do.
Old Mutual's illness insurance pays out a single amount of up to 6 million rand for whatever you and your family might need while you recover.